Hello, and welcome to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the injury market's top program for doctors, lawyers, and insurers who want to gain greater insight on how to improve patient recovery results and deliver better services in the U.S. injury market. Please welcome your host, Dr. Jeffrey Allen Kronk.
Welcome to today's podcast. Let's talk about your first attorney meeting. What I want to talk about today is you're a doctor, you're out there, you're trying to gain contacts, you're trying to gain professional relationships, and you want to meet attorneys. You're in the injury space. You know that attorneys can be fruitful sources of referrals. So you want to meet the attorney, and you meet the attorney for the first time. Now, what do you do? When you go into this meeting, you just have a random, okay, I'm just going to meet him and I'm going to glow this relationship? Or do you have kind of a desired result and a plan in order to make it so that, you have a much higher opportunity of doing business with this attorney? In the Smart Injury Doctors program, I recommend that doctors should have a plan. You should know exactly what you're after in that first meeting. What do you want to walk away with? And there's some key things that you actually want to walk away with. And one of the things is when you meet an attorney, there's three things that you want to have happen, right? First of all, you want them to like you. Right? So, people do business with people that they like. So you have to be likable. You can't be grumpy. You can't be too arrogant. You have to be likable. And people like people who are interested in them. So you have to, one of the things when I walk in with an attorney, if I'm that doctor, I'm thinking with the fact that I can change that attorney's life. I can change his income for his life. I can help him get more income. If he's got kids, or he or she has kids, it doesn't matter. I can actually, I'm thinking with the fact that, hey, I'm going to seriously enhance this guy's professional life, which is going to enhance his personal life. It's going to enhance his family. It's going to enhance a lot of things, because what I'm very, very good at is making his job very, very easy. And when his job is easy, he actually he does better. He makes a better living. So I'm always going to be very interested in them. Do they have kids? How many kids do they have? What's their background? What's their office like? I'm very interested. I'll get very interested in the person. So one, you want to be likable. Two, you want to appear both confident and competent. So, I don't know if you've ever been around somebody who's really confident, but it's very attractive. It's very, it grabs your attention. You remember it. People that are highly confident are fun to be around. So you want to be highly confident. You don't have to be like, oh, okay, I'm nervous or I'm afraid, or there's nothing to be afraid of. There is zero to be afraid of. First of all, you don't have a relationship with them, so there's nothing to lose. You don't have a relationship to lose. And second of all, you're going to be in the market for an extremely long time, and you're going to be the best in your local market at diagnosing this patient's, their clients' injuries. You're going to be the best at that. You're going to be the best at treating it, and you're going to be the best at simplifying the documentation so it makes their life incredibly easy. So there's nothing to be unconfident about or to be withdrawn about or anything else, right? So you want to be confident. You want to also be competent. You want, when they ask you questions, you want to be able to nail a question so easily and so comfortably that there is no question that you can't do that with. It's that easy. It's that fast. It's that quick. And then what's the last thing? So you want to be likable, you want to appear confident and competent. And then what is the last thing? Well, in my program, what I teach doctors is that you're going to introduce and educate a lot of times an attorney on things that they may not understand right away. Or they'll get it, just like you do, just like I do. You go, wow, they get it. But a day or two later, they're like, okay, what did he say again? Hey, how did that work? Wow, this is going to be really pertinent to my client. And I know that I was speaking with Dr. Kronk like 4 or 5 days ago, and he said something that I know is going to make this case a lot easier. Gosh, I wish I could remember. I wish I could talk to him. I wish I could remember what he said. Well, you're going to make that happen in the first meeting, because I'm going to tell the attorney, hey, look, with spinal injuries, they can get kind of complicated, even though they're extremely simple. They're excessively simple. A lot of people overcomplicate them. So what I'd love to do is give you my cell phone number or get your cell phone number so that I can text you or you can text me, so that if any time you have a question, anytime you have any kind of information that you need regarding a spinal injury, I'm there. You just text me. I'm busy. A lot of times I'll be treating patients and I'm pretty busy, but I always check my texts and I will get back to you and I will set up a time when we can talk. No problem. I want you to have access to me at any point. So doctors, when you're trying to establish a relationship, the biggest thing you want to do is give them the ability to easily get in communication with you. I'm talking easily. They're like now your bestie in your phone. That's how you develop relationships. Now, that's the same. It can be the exact same for the medical doctor that you're trying to approach. It's the exact same thing. They want to be likable. You want to appear competent, confident. Hey, if they refer a patient over, you know what the heck to do with them. And then you want to give them the opportunity to be in communication with you. I don't care if it's a major neurosurgeon, an orthopedic surgeon, a pain management specialist, GP. I don't care what it is. This is the way you develop professional relationships. This is the way that you develop long-term personal relationships. First, you start with texting, then they're over at your house, they're having a dinner, they're out, you meet them out. This is the way personal and professional relationships occur. And that's what you want to do. And you want to do it in volume. You want to do this in volume. You want to do it every time you meet somebody, every time you meet an attorney, every time you meet a medical doctor. You want to do it over and over and over again. So on my podcast, what I do is I take a subject and then I just do a little bit of a riff on it, hopefully to get you thinking with it. I know today you picked up one or two things where you went, oh, okay, that's cool. I'll think about that. That is the purpose of these podcasts. So what I'd like to say also is thank you always for your attention. But if you've got concerns, you got comments, you got things that you want me to riff on, you want me to talk about, you want me to address, put your comments below. Or you can contact us at 800-940-6513. That's the Smart Injury Doctors line. And you can contact us and tell us what you'd like to hear me do a podcast on. As always, I thank you for your attention, and I look forward to you on the next podcast.
You've been listening to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the #1 audio production show for professionals in the U.S. injury market that want to deliver better injury services to the patients, clients, or insureds they serve. If you like what you heard today, please leave us a review, and don't forget to join us on our next program.